Hey, welcome back to the channel. Sun's out, guns out today. Guys, I'd like to talk about the phenomenon that some firearms are not happy with some ammo. Some are a little bit picky about ammo. In my experience, I found that most firearms are not terribly picky about ammunition. Rimfire, especially rimfire pistols, can be, but most others are generally not. So if you have, say, a pistol and 9mm Luger, it's probably not going to be super picky about ammo. Kind of any full metal jacket, 115 grain or 124 grain ammo will function about the same, will group about the same. Probably no great surprises there. If you go to some exotic, weird hollow point or very heavy bullets, 150 grain, or very light bullets, 90 grain or 60 grain or something like that, sometimes you can get a big surprise. You can get much larger groups or shooting to a different point of aim or a gun that no longer functions reliably. But if you stick with the kind of ammo that's kind of normal for that firearm, if you're shooting 45 auto, 230 full metal jacket, round nose full metal jacket, most of that stuff will all function about the same. It'll give you similar groups and similar reliability. Generally no surprises, but every once in a while, you'll find a gun and ammo combo that will surprise you, and that's what this video is about. You'll try a firearm and it either won't group well or it won't function reliably, and you'll think something's wrong with the firearm. That makes sense. This ammo is good ammo. You open up a box of Winchester ammo and you're like, well, Winchester makes good ammo, ergo there's something wrong with the firearm. Well, Winchester does make good ammo, but that doesn't mean that it's compatible with your firearm. And sometimes there are enough little idiosyncrasies in one brand of ammo or one type of bullet or whatever that it doesn't really work very well in that particular firearm. I'd like to tell you two anecdotes. Many years ago, about 20 years ago, I acquired a 1911. This particular one was a Kimber. Some people like Kimber, some people hate them, whatever. But this particular Kimber was used, and I bought it in a gun shop, and I bought a box of Blazer Brass, CCI Blazer Brass ammo to shoot through it, take it to the range and shoot it. And it shot terrible groups. And I thought something was wrong with that pistol. And I took it back to the shop and I said, hey, there's something wrong with this pistol. And they said, well, try it with different ammo. Well, Blazer, CCI makes good ammo. There's nothing wrong with the ammo, obviously, and all full metal jacket is basically going to shoot the same. And so I tried it with different, I think cellular and bellet, but I tried it with some different ammo and it shot gorgeous, wonderful groups. And so for years I thought, oh, that's CCI Blazer ammo. That's terrible. That's horrible ammo. It didn't shoot well through that pistol. And I kind of stuck the remainder of that box on a shelf somewhere and forgot about it. And as it turns out, I tried that ammo later in a different pistol and I discovered that it shot wonderful groups through a different pistol. Just that particular combination didn't work. And I've shot quite a bit of Blazer Brass and been happy with it over the years. Only that first experience with that one pistol was not so good. And that one pistol seems to shoot anything else well. It just didn't like that particular combo. Don't know why. The other anecdote I'll tell you is that around the same time, I bought a High Point 45, what was it, model JHP, anyway, one of their 45 auto pistols, because I thought, hey, that's pretty cool. I was really into 45 auto in those days, and I still like 45 auto, but not as much as I did. I thought, hey, you could get a 45 auto for very little money. Are these things actually any good, And I now like High Points a lot for the money. Yes, if you can spend more money, you should, but if you were on a budget, they work pretty well. But this was my first experience with a High Point, and I had heard good things. And so I thought, well, how badly could they screw this up? 45 auto is easy to feed, round nose, full metal jacket. And I took it to the range, and I took it to the range with cellular and bellet ammo, which was my go-to at that time for 45 auto. I'd had really good luck with it. And I discovered that this pistol would not make it through a whole magazine without a malfunction. Usually there were multiple malfunctions in one magazine. Couldn't get through normally more than about 3 rounds before I had a malfunction. It would misfeed. It did not like to feed that ammo. And I contacted High Point and they sent me another magazine. I had the same kind of problems. And I ended up kind of sticking this in the back of my safe and just saying, well, I guess I got a bad one. And for years I had kind of a low opinion of those pistols until I ended up with a jumbled, like leftover odds and ends bunch of ammo. I don't even remember where I got it, but I had a bunch of ammo in 45 auto that was just mixed that I'd gotten from somewhere. I'd bought some ammo or something, and this was just like a plastic bag full of 45 auto that was left over, and some of it was Golden Saber and some of it was full metal jacket, and I don't remember what else. And I thought, oh, I don't know if I want to shoot that through a pistol I really like. Oh, hey, I've got a High Point. I don't care if I mess it up. And so I took it out of the safe and I thought, well, I'll have to clear Malfunctions every couple of rounds, but I can shoot up this stuff. And it ate all of that ammo without a single malfunction. I don't remember how many, it was 30 or 40 rounds, something like that. Well, this thing had never gone more than about 5 rounds for me previously without malfunctioning. So I was absolutely shocked. And what I discovered, I took it out to the range and I took a variety of other ammo. Let's try some Remington, let's try some Federal, let's try some Winchester. And what I discovered was that High Point liked everything but cellular and bellet. And cellular and bellet was, and I'm probably mispronouncing that, my apologies to anybody from the Czech Republic out there or who speaks Czech. Cellular and bellet was my go-to .45 ammo, and it worked really well. And all the pistols I had shot it well, so I assumed, well, it should work well through a High Point. And it was one of those ammos that High Point specifically recommended. They said, oh yeah, that should work well through our pistol. But it turns out this specific High Point does not like that ammo. Don't know why, but it will, so far, I haven't tried every ammo on the market, but so far it will feed literally anything else I feed it. Anything that's .45 auto. It likes all of them except that cellular and bellet load. It's just the only one it doesn't like. So I spent a lot of years blaming that pistol for being a bad pistol, and it wasn't. I just wasn't feeding it the right ammo. And sometimes you have to try different ammo, and it's a mystery why some ammo works and some doesn't. You just got to figure it out. Even had a J-frame Smith & Wesson revolver and 9mm Luger that didn't like a certain brand of 9 Luger, and you think it doesn't have to feed. You just feed the cartridges in by hand and eject them, and they fit in a moon clip. This revolver would not eject the empties. They were stuck in there, and it was quite difficult to get them out. Again, one brand of ammo. It's a good ammo. I've shot it through a bunch of other pistols, but that J-frame, that little revolver of all things, did not like it. Can't explain that. And the revolver seems to be happy with anything else. So there you go. If you go to the range and you have a gun that's shooting really poor groups, don't be too quick to blame the firearm. Try some different kinds of ammo if you can and see if something else shoots better groups. Now, if you try 2, 3, 4 different kinds of ammo and none of them shoot good groups, it might be the firearm's fault, might be. And if you have malfunctions, same thing. Try some different brands of ammo and just see if something else works better, because sometimes because of idiosyncrasies that we can't even explain, one brand of ammo works and another one doesn't, or one bullet type works and another one doesn't. Don't know why. So guys, until next time, keep your powder dry.